Final race action, and this is the championship heat led by Circus Chip Hanauer, the driver, Miss Budweiser, Tom Deeth. Now remember, those two boats have been involved in record runs today. Also, Miss Madison has had a good day. Mike Hansen will be out there in his boat. Also, oh boy, Alberto, who just won the last heat 3B. George Woods Jr. Paddock Pools gets into the run. Jerry Hopp, the driver in that. They've got to be happy. The Winston Eagle, another turbine boat. Larry Lauterbach, you're going to have to watch that Dayglow red boat. Cooper's Express also in. Mitch Evans, the driver of that boat.
As they come down now to start the final heat, it looks like the Circus has the inside Winston Eagle in lane 2. Budweiser way back as Tommy Deeth is off the pace, and the clock is going to 0, and we're underway. The championship heat, the checkered flag run. This is for all the marbles.
And right off the bat, we've got the drag race. We figured we'd do it. The 3 turbines, and it's going to be Circus out in the lead. He knows he's got Winston Eagle in lane number 2, and it looks like he's going to try to outrun him right off the bat. Chip Hanauer down onto the backstretch now. Chip doing a fine job at driving. He's got Larry Lauterbach trying to close the gap down, and the Miss Budweiser coming up on the inside of Larry Lauterbach.
Our leader is down into corner number 3 now. The wind is starting to pick up. These boats are flying down the back chute. Oh! There goes the Circus, up and over and spinning and down, and look at that boat. I believe it's come apart in about, I don't know. I saw pieces fly. The canopy's opening up, Dick. Good news. It looks like Chip Hanauer is going to be okay as he comes out of that boat. Looks like it's starting to sink on the left side.
I was going to say, that's the real good news, that he can get out of that boat, because it does look like it's about to go under, and that is the concern. If he was trapped inside that capsule and the boat went under, they'd have to go from underneath to get him. But now he's signaling to the rescue crew and everybody on shore that he is okay. Let's take a look at it again. He simply got caught by wind. Nobody was around him, but look at the violent reaction that the boat has as it spins around and catches. It looks, Jim, like it has broken in at least 2 pieces, so the boat probably will not be able to be repaired.
The boats minus the Circus go out for the restart. Let's look at the replay. Right sponson high, then he does a barrel roll, end over end, stern first. The boat is badly damaged, but the main part is that the man who is celebrating his 100th race today, Chip Hanauer, walked away and is okay. Now for the restart.
The lineup will see Miss Budweiser, Tom Deeth, Bernie Little, the owner of the boat. That's the boat to watch out in this field. Hulsa Miss Madison, the U6. Bob Hughes, the owner rep. Mike Hansen, the driver. Jim Harvey's Oh Boy Alberto, George Woods Jr. driving that boat. Paddock Pools, Jerry Hopp. Al Thoresen is the owner of that boat. Rounding the field will be Winston Eagle from the restart, Larry Lauterbach, Steve Woomer, of course, the owner, and now Cooper's Express, Mitch Evans. Ed Cooper Sr. gets into the field.
As they come down, it's Miss Budweiser in lane 1. This time, Tommy Deeth wants to nail the start. In lane 2, Cooper's Express. Lane 3, Holstead Miss Madison. Winston Eagle in the 4th slot. Oh boy, Alberto. And then Paddock Pools on the far outside as 6 Rooster Tails come down to restart the final heat here in Syracuse, New York.
You kind of wonder if that flip of the Circus plays into the minds of both Larry Lauterbach and Tommy Deeth as they head down in the first turns on this course. They know it's a world record course because the records were set here earlier, but Winston Eagle right now has taken the lead on the outside. On the inside, it's the red and white Miss Budweiser. Look at Tommy Deeth, simply closes him down on the back chute. Tommy Deeth very hard onto the inside as they go back into the turns again. Deeth is being held off by Larry Lauterbach. Now, these two guys have raced the smaller, limited hydroplanes numerous times. They know each other's driving skills. They're both top shoes in their boats, and look at the even-Steven race they're running down there now.
It's the Budweiser on the right of your screen, driven by Tommy Deeth. On the left, it's the Winston Eagle with Larry Lauterbach, 128.273 for lap number 1 as they go into corner number 1 for the second time of a 5-lap final. As they come off, it's Miss Budweiser on the inside leading, but in that rooster tail and hidden is Larry Lauterbach. He'll be coming up in the Winston Eagle. Here is your 3rd place boat, Cooper's Express. That's the best position he's been in all day, Dick.
He's got to be very happy about that. The boat has been running better and better each race, as we referred to it earlier. Here is your lead boat. This is the Miss Budweiser, but I'll tell you what, Larry Lauterbach is giving him no room at all. As a matter of fact, he closed him down. Lauterbach, look at that rooster tail off of the skid fin as he throws it hard in the corner. Budweiser almost hooking the boat, held onto it. Tommy Deeth doing a fine job at driving, takes it by a nose lead coming out, but Larry Lauterbach evens it up again as they come down the front straight.
And this is the roughest water they've raced in all day. They're coming up in the back of the Paddock Pools, and they'll pass and lap him. It's still Miss Budweiser on the inside, fighting side by side with Larry Lauterbach as the Paddock Pools with Jerry Hopp moves out and out of the way. Now, it's the Winston Eagle. puts on the gas and goes around the corner. Miss Budweiser's dropped off. Miss Budweiser's way back in second. Oh boy, Alberto is out. They're out of the race. They're dead. Wait a minute. I'm getting a word from the URC radio. They are assessing a one-lap penalty to the Winston Eagle for crossing lanes prior to the start. Now the Winston Eagle, way out in front, is now in back of the pack. He's got to make up a lap.
So there you see Winston Eagle, and he's really got a hard charge to make up a lap. I don't think he's got the time to do it, but that'll put the Miss Budweiser up into first place. And now it is going to be Cooper's Express in second place. Ed Cooper Sr. has got to be going crazy down in the pit area.
Well, there's that battle for second on the outside. Left your screen is the whole-sit Miss Madison. He takes second, puts the Cooper's Express back to third. We've got a battle there. But this boat, the Miss Budweiser, driven by Tommy Deef, by virtue of the penalty to the Winston Eagle of 1 lap for changing lanes, according to the referees prior to the start, is in first place, and Tommy Deef will not worry about this boat. I bet you he got radioed by his crew and said, back off, don't press him, you've got the lead.
Well, there's just no sense at all in ripping up the equipment at this point in the season. This is the boat. This is the one that's coming down for the checkered flag right now. Tommy Deef, it started for him right here in Syracuse last year. That was his first win after replacing Jimmy Cropfeld in the seat after that near tragic accident in Miami last year. He sees now the checkered flag coming out. This starts a whole new year for him. This is the first time he is back in the seat of the Miss Budweiser this year, 1989. What can we say? He has gotten the checkered flag. What a tremendous day this young man has had.
The HFC American Hydroplane Series Pringles Family Thunderbolt Classic down in the record books, and we'll talk with Tommy Deef, the winner, in a moment. Final order finish, Miss Budweiser, Cooper's Express, Holset, Miss Madison, Winston Eagle, Paddock Pools, and Oh Boy Alberto gets sixth place. Now let's go to the pits and Dick Crippen.
Well, let's talk about a winner down here. We've got Tom Deef out here. Tom, this is where it started last year.
I'll be darned. Here we are back again. I'm a Syracuse champion once again. It's great, I'll tell you, to be back in Syracuse, and great to be with this Budweiser racing team. I'll love it.
Tommy, when were you aware of the fact that there was a penalty out there?
My crewman, Lauren, who's in radio contact with me, let me know. I was ahead of Larry, and he said, let him go, let him go. He says, you got it made. Just don't get it upside down. Just let him go. So I let him go.
And that was the big thing, because the boats were hopping.
That's right. The wind was really gusting out there, and it was really treacherous on the backstretch. None of us could run full throttle with the wind conditions the way they were, but I'm glad this race is over with and in the books.
Well, you got a couple of weeks to go, Bernie. You got an experienced driver who's back in the seat.
Yeah, we are, and we're very happy to be in the first place again nationally. That's where we belong, and that's where we're going to stay.
I had a funny feeling he was thinking of those points.
I'd just like to dedicate this race to my mother, Helen.
That's great.
Oh, you got that. Okay, congratulations, guys.
Congratulations to the driver, Mitch Evans, of the second place finisher, U3 Cooper's Express. What a finish for him.
Mitch, good things come to those who wait, I guess, because you guys have been waiting all season to move up into that front three. You did it in fine fashion today.
Yeah, it was too bad that we had to get in and through an alternate position with an accident in the circus, but we just been waiting for the right time, and geez, the boat came together and the engine program and got a good start, and it just worked great from there.
A great day of racing. Let's take a look at the HFC National High Point standings. Miss Budweiser came in down 232 points, leaves this race 168 ahead of the rest of the field. So the final race on the Eastern Circuit of the HFC American Hydroplane Series is now history, and in my 27 years of handling the microphone on the shores of various race courses, Dick Crippen, I have never seen two guys like Mr. Chip Hanauer and Mr. Tommy Deef put on such a show, side by side, 3 laps, averaging over 150 miles an hour, the fastest time ever in the sport of unlimited powerboat racing. And the canopies prove their worth once again. Scott Pierce walks away from a barrel roll. His boat will have to be repaired in the home port of Seattle for the last 4 races of the year. And then, of course, Chip Hanauer walks away from the Circus crash. That boat may never race again, but they do have a backup boat ready. But the drivers are okay, and that's most important.
That's right, and we narrowed down that point race again, and Miss Budweiser takes the lead by about 168 points. But I'll tell you, that's really nothing when you come into these races, and now that notice has been served, I think we're going to have to really watch this finish, because it's going to be tight. 4
more races to go, all on the West Coast, and we'll be there. On behalf of Dick Crippen, I'm Jim Hendrick. So long. The HFC Hydroplane Series, this Pringles Family Thunderboat Classic, has been brought to you by Household Finance Corporation, America's financial resource. By Pringles, the fever reliever. And by Fruit of the Loom, America's #1 active wear brand. We fit America. Now, promotional consideration has been provided by Continental Airlines. Fly Continental Airlines to over 80 U.S. and 45 international destinations, including new daily service to Tokyo. Continental, working to be your choice to the world. This has been a production of IPI Sports in association with ESPN.